Hey, so what is up, everyone? It's your man's back with a brand new video. It's Matty Ice, as always. Be kind of concerned if it wasn't me, but yes, I'm back with a brand new video. And actually, I actually haven't done this in a while, and that is a haul video. I haven't done that in a couple months. It's not like I'm not buying stuff, because I'm always buying manga, comics, books. I am. It's just sometimes I just don't film it, or I just forget to film stuff, but I've just been busy with some stuff lately, so it's like I have been buying. It's just yeah, actually a little bit more actually. It's just I've been buying a decent amount, but like nothing like a lot of the stuff I feel like isn't super interesting, or I just forget to record sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing one for the a month of April because April is ending pretty soon. So let's forget that. So let's forget about the past and let's focus on the future. But uh, but yeah, so it's like I have a few things here today. Like I have a mix of books, comics, and manga. So this month it's actually mostly manga again, which I'm happy about. But so the first book I'm gonna start off is We Are Legend, and then like the under thing says that We Are Bob, and that this is by Dennis E. Taylor, and this is like a sci-fi book, and this is actually the first of a trilogy. So there's a trilogy of books, and this is book number one, and it's about so as far as I know, it's like space in a sense, and so not to, but yeah, so it's about space in a sense, and so not just space, but it's about like so it's like this weird. So as far as I know, it's about this like weird company that will like where you can send your consciousness into another, like into like a spaceship, and like you can like explore space. So like that's what I was told, and I thought it sounded like an interesting problem, like an interesting premise of the series. Next up is All Systems Red by Martha Wells. And actually, I just got done of this one earlier this week, which I think by the time this video comes out, I should have a review on this book out too. Because I finished it earlier this week and I did record it. I just haven't put it out yet, which I'm in the process of putting out. So, a movie review of The Evil Dead Eyes. So check that out too after you're done watching this video. And then I did have one more book, and I forget where I put it, but I started reading it this week. It's called Legends and Lattes. And actually, so you can check out my Instagram. So I'm going to link that down below in the description of this video. So, but yeah, so that one's more of a wholesome fantasy story. It's not like an epic or anything like that. It's a fantasy story, but it's about this girl who becomes. Well, it's this girl who was an orc, and that she was like a legendary warrior in her time, and she calls it quits one day, and she's like, "I'm done," and she decides to open up her own coffee shop, and this is a time and like most people don't know what coffee is, and she names the shop Legends and Lattes. But so far I'm a few chapters in. So far I'm liking it. So far it's actually pretty good, and like it's pretty. It's just like it's a good comfort series. It's just like, like if you know me, I love my action series. I love my Shonen Jump stuff. I love my seinens. Like I love all those. Like so I'm very much into the action. I love it, but it's just nice just to sit back with a nice relaxing book and just take in the vibes because it's such like a good vibe. Is that book, and yeah, so it's a very good vibe I think. But so that's it with the books this month, the novels, and I'm gonna do manga next, even though I have like more manga this month. But I'm just gonna start with that just because it's easier for me to do. First up is Kaiju number 8. This is Volume 6. This is the last one that came out, which I've talked about a million times. So go through some of my old manga haul videos. So just watch all my videos if you haven't. Please support the channel. Watch this video. So first of all, watch this video all the way through, and then go back and watch all of my other videos. So, but yeah, so Kaiju number 8 is such a great monster series, and which I've been keeping up to date on the Shonen Jump app. So I'm a gray head. So see, I forget where this one picks up. So say I'm guessing it's where the dad fights Kaiju number 8. I'm assuming because he's on the cover, but Kaiju number 8 great. And there's an anime coming out for it, which I saw some images for it, and yeah, it kind of looks weird. So see, I'm not a fan of the animation so far of it because they came out with like some of the character designs for it, and like a buddy of mine did say is like that, which I agree with him because he brought it up. So it's like he said they look like Fortnite skins, which I agree with. So see, I didn't think of it, but they do. So it's like if you see, so look up the character designs for the Kaiju number 8 anime, because my friend did put it pretty well. It's like, it's like that they look like anime skin, or like Fortnite skins. But next up is Die Dark number 5. So see, I think this one came out a couple months ago. I think I just been lazy and haven't picked it up, but I finally picked it up recently, and I've been loving this series. Again, this is the same creator as Story Hidoro, which is another good, like, kind of dark horror comedy action type of series. But yeah, Die Dog number 5. This is so good. So see, I've been loving this book or this series so far, and definitely check this out if you into like dark comedy. Because it's like, I mean, like, it's definitely, like, it's got some horror in it, but it doesn't lean on the horror. Like, it's not supposed to be like a super scary manga. It's got like the dark and grittiness, but it definitely leans more like the action and like comedy parts of it. So I've been loving that. And then next up is actually a good change of pace, and it's a Blue Box, which this is a Sona Jump series. And I remember when this first came out, like, I think it came out like a year or two ago, and I remember how much different it was for from some of the stuff I've been reading on Sona Jump, because like at the time it was like Chainsaw Man and Kaiju number 8 and some of these more action focused stuff, and this one's very not. It's a very wholesome well, like it's very like it's still got the action, but it's just in a different way. To me, this is just a nice relaxing series, and it's about it's about this guy and girl who so it's like this guy, I forget his name, but that he's a badminton player, or played badminton, and he's in high school now, but like he just helps the badminton team practice, and that he meets this girl who is really good at basketball, and like he ends up having a crush on her. Like he sees her and he's just like, man, I like her, but yeah. So and then like he picks up badminton again because he's like, oh, I want to impress this girl, and it turns out that her parents are moving away, like it's out of the country, but that she decides to stay in Japan, and so he doesn't know if she like who she's gonna be now, and yeah, it turns out she's staying at his house, so it's like their moms were friends, and so that's how they know each other, but obviously they don't know that, and it's just a fun series, like a fun shonen romance series. It's pretty good. And then, so next up, actually, so I'm trying to go back and collect some old series I always wanted to check out. And just recently, I saw a stream on Whatnot, and this guy was showing some old manga. I was like, oh, so maybe he'll have some of the stuff I want. And he did have a couple things I wanted, so I was showing you that. And this is some cool stuff, I think. So I got volumes 2 and 4 of Rebound, which is a Tokyo Pop series, and that this is a basketball series. These have been out for a while, and except most of these are first prints. Except most of these are first, like the very first prints, like back when the series first came out in America. Like that, these are the very first prints, so that's cool. So I have 2 and 4, which I am planning to collect more of Rebound. So if you guys see anything, let me know, because I would greatly appreciate you. Yeah. And then next up is volume 6 and 7 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Of the OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Which these aren't the best conditions in the world on it, but like, I'm not going to complain. And I'm not really going to explain too much about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I imagine most people probably know about Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, so this one, which I do know that the manga is a little bit different from the animes. So, I've read parts of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, see, I never read the full stories of Yu-Gi-Oh! But, like, I've read chunks of it. And then next up, I was very excited about this series. Except this is another old Shonen Jump title, and I picked up a decent chunk of them. So this, I think the series had like 20-something volumes, but I picked up 5, 8, 9, 10, and 13 of Kenshin. I can't talk to you guys, but this follows a samurai. Uh, so this follows the samurai, if I remember, because I remember watching the anime forever ago, and as I remember, oh, I want to pick up the physical volume. So that like just because like this is an anime I do remember I liked a little bit, and again most of these are first persons. Actually, I think volume 5 is a third person, but like all the rest are like the OG persons. So I thought that was pretty cool, and that most of them seem to be in pretty solid condition, like considering like most of them are like almost 20 years old at this point. But yeah, and then yeah, so last up is actually a comic book, and this is one I saw and I was like, I need this, and it's the so this is Aquaman by Jeff Johns. This is the omnibus version of it. So this one collects so it's Aquaman 0 through 19, then 21 through 25, 23.1, 23.2, and Justice League 15 through 17. Now, so someone let me know. I forget who it was, but that someone in a Facebook group I'm in says like, "Oh, hey, it's like Amazon has a sale on this," and this was actually sold by Organic Post Books. I love Organic Post Books. They're always a good website to buy from. So I picked this. This is normally $75 for this. I picked it up for $30. $30 for this, and as I started to read it, and it brought back memories. So that this is the Aquaman I remember I read as a kid, or at least parts of it. Like I don't think I've ever read the whole story, or like the whole continuous, like the whole. So see, I don't think I've ever like read his whole run, but I've read like a good chunk of this run back when I was a little kid. And I loved that run, and since I love Aquaman as a character, I think Aquaman's such a great character. And I would say if you haven't checked this run out, because it's really good, and once again, like I started reading this and I'm having such a blast with it still. So see, I think that's great that like, so see, I think that's good that like it's not just nostalgia. So because it's I don't think it's I mean like there's probably some nostalgia that's boosting up a little bit, but I do think it's still a pretty good Aquaman story, or like a pretty good Aquaman one that he did, and also Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns is also just a really good comic artist too. So it's like, yeah, just check out some of the stuff if you want. But yeah, so that'll be it. Peace out, guys. Till next time, it's your boy, Matty Ice.